It's called the greatest setting in college football, and even if the skies open up, that pales in comparison to the purple rain that will be unleashed by the homestanding Washington Huskies. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Kansas State Wildcats. Taking on another team from the Big 12, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kansas State about to kick off to get this game started. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Offense getting set for first down. They go to the ground. At the 35, he's loose. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
Grab near the marker. It's Washington. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better, that can make the right decisions, that can highlight your skill positions. That's what get the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts, and that's when they have those great football teams.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play, because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The give to the back. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Between the uprights, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll call for the fair catch here. The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. Second down coming up. keeping it on the ground with the single back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out, where are my playmakers? Who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here?
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. A 3rd and long coming up here. Williams will pass. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Washington sends out the punt team.
Number 38 on to kick it away.
Bringing it back, it's Lockett. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Give to the running back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Not so fast. You think it's going to be automatic, 2nd and short. They're just going to turn around and hand it off. But how about the penetration up front defensively, shutting that play down?
Yeah, and if your defense wants to be aggressive, well, that's fine. 3rd and short, I still got 4th down as well, so don't be afraid to be aggressive on those and play action, because defense a lot of times really expects run, and I could take some big shots in man coverage down the field.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the 2nd level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs. Johnson looking to throw.
Fires to the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
Yeah, and you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
Got enough for the 1st. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
He wants to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Give to the single back. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
And the Wildcats have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Little touch pass to the receiver. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Johnson wants to throw it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats! The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They'll go to the ground. Fights off a defender. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Coffin used to do.
Yeah, just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get really, really good production. Then what does that do? It opens up the whole offense, gets everybody jacked up in the Pacific Northwest.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll leave it with him. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Makes the grab. It's Boston. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Williams looking for a man. Fires to the tight end. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Gets it out fast. Finds a crease at the 20. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. He's looking to throw it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
with the catch. It's Boston. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Johnson looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking left. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome.
And the pass is intercepted. Got some room to run. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. They'll see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone.
Kansas City, 7.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Running out of time here half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Off the play fake. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And the pass hits, picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking for a crease. It's Washington. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Pick your poison, right? When he gets outside the pocket, man, what do? Do I play the pass and stay back deep? Or do I come up and try to make a tackle? I'm not going to give up a big play and give up an easy pass, so it's just easy pickings for this quarterback because of his athleticism.
And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
After the run, now to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Power football with the run. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Williams will pass. That falls incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Slips through the line. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Edwards. At the 20, he's got space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. Kansas State in business in the red zone. They're going to run it. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the run, it's Giddens. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State.
Kansas State.
Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
One thing I love about this linebacker, guys, he's really good against the run, but he's also nice in coverage, too. That time, a cover 2 look by the defense, so he's just playing in space. He's watching the quarterback's eyes. He's able to jump the route and come away with a turnover.
Ran through the contact. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, you got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Oh, and he drops it on the crossing route on first down. He knew that defense was bearing down on him. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Finds his big tight end. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He caught it. Touchdown, Wildcats. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
They had a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game.
You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Feeling some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. Fourth quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
He'll bring it back. It's Lockett. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Caught behind the line. It's Giddens. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Johnson wants to throw it. Quick strike complete. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now. Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with the stop. Maybe get a little momentum.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
At this point on offense, late in the game with the lead, if you can run the ball, get a couple first downs, I mean, you can just bleed all these seconds off the clock and ice this thing.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Wildcats inside the final minute trying to hang on to this lead and the ball. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's good.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He's going to pass. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He's got it. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys